I didn't plan this, Issa. I don't want this to happen.
I know. And I'm not expecting anything from you. I don't want you to feel trapped. You can be as involved as you want. Either way, I'm good.
For choice to be such a big thing, like most men don't have a lot of choice when it comes to that. It's kind of like, if I want to have it, I'm gonna have it. And now that I have it, you know, I have the option to tell you that, well, I don't really need you for anything. Like, that's a fucked up thing to say to somebody. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just like, you can be around as much as you would like. You think I am? It's like, no, how about we work this out? That's my choice. We be together.
Yeah, how about we figure some shit? How about we sit down and figure some shit out like he was trying to do? But you all focused on you want to be a single mom, which is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life. If a nigga trying to be a father, you don't have the right to tell him no. The fuck are you talking about? Your body, your choice. Yeah, your body, your choice to have him, but it's my choice to be his father. Fuck out of here.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer. No matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Hey,
what up,
we
y'all?
back.
What up?
The final season of Insecure.
Yeah, man, what I realized about this Insecure thing is that we should have did it when it happened, but we wasn't doing a podcast because I don't think nobody give a damn.
I mean, people. You're right to a certain extent. You're right,
but it has built good conversation that I wanted to have anyway while seeing, because I never got to review it. So I mean, if anything, these will be an episode that people will come back to. I'm still waiting on people to go back to that Best Man episode. I think those was like some dope episodes. Best Man Holiday, Best Man, the final chapters. Once this starts spinning, once the wheel starts spinning, they go back to that. That was a good episode. But
y'all gonna be commenting later. I just remember, just know we gonna see y'all comments later. It's gonna be like maybe 2 months. Y'all gonna be like, no, I feel like she said this and then this happened and this, and then we just gonna get you. We're gonna hit you with a thumbs up and a heart because we got time to respond to that.
Please time stamp, because I don't know what some of these comments be talking about. It was just like, nah, it was Tommy from the Whoopty Wop. I'm like, I watched like 6 movies.
Nah, I know he's talking about with Beatrice. She's talking about because what comment? It was a comment. What show was it on? Because I know what she was talking about. It was on The Shy, right?
I think it was The Shy.
Yeah, so she's saying she's happy that Tommy's coming back because she's not messing with The Shy right now.
Who's Tommy?
You know, Tommy Power.
Oh, Force. I was like, what you talking about? I thought it was a character there. I was like, what character am I missing named Tommy?
But that's what she talks. She just kind of like, I could tell when she talks, she just say what's on her mind at that moment.
Got you.
So it ain't no time stamp, it ain't no none of that. It just be like, man, I can't wait for Tommy to come back. But we be like, well, ain't with no Tommy in the shot. The fuck.
Somebody said something on another comment that didn't post up, but I saw the email. It was talking about if you have any questions about this show's dialogue.
Oh no,
let me know. I'm just like, who you, bro?
No, that was a comment from what's the Brian Hooks movie?
No, Adam and Eve.
From Adam and Eve. He was the writer. He wrote the movie.
Oh,
he sent us an Instagram message after that. He was like, hey, man, I'm the one who commented.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the Instagram message then. Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. So he was basically saying like
we praised
he wrote the movie. Yeah. He was saying like it's cool because I guess he just watched the video.
Oh, okay.
So he was basically saying like, thank y'all for the review, and like if you have questions about it, just ask him.
Man, I think everything is negative nowadays. So when I saw it, I was just like, what's bro saying? Like, what do you mean? Just like, any questions, you come to me first.
No, it was just like a showing love thing. Just because we broke down the movie and what we thought about it.
I see.
Remember, it was kind of like a certain parts like why they do this. So he's just like, if y'all want to ask me, you can ask me.
Okay. Which
It wasn't like a nigga. If you got a problem, nigga, it wasn't like that.
which comment
Go
was
to
that?
the.
I don't even see it.
I don't see the comment on YouTube no more, but I just seen it.
I'm talking about Instagram.
Go to the chat and then go to it's not in general, it's in the other one.
Oh, request.
Oh no, it's in general. Look in general.
Live life every day. Oh no, that's not it. It ain't in there either.
Let me see, man. This nigga got glasses on. Can't see shit.
Oh, never mind. I see it.
Yeah.
He just followed us.
I bet you do. My nigga. No, it's in general. Look in general.
I see it. I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So he was basically like showing love, kind of like appreciation for us doing it.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
So calm down, my nigga. Put the motherfucking strap away, nigga. This nigga pull out pistols for anything.
I'm sensitive, man. I don't know that argument.
Niggas like, hey man, talk to me about my movie. Nigga, what, nigga? You like 50, nigga? And 50, that nigga say, you need me to. A nigga say, what? You trying to threaten me? That's you.
You threatening me? Hey, that movie is super. Like, it's some parts of that movie where I'm still just like, why do I like this movie? It's stupid. And
It's a good movie, man. It's a good movie.
Don't get me wrong, it is. I like the movie and it's good, but it's stupid. If you really think about like some of the dialogue and the scene, the plot, the whole shit is stupid, but I like it. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a 50 Cent fan at the time, but that movie makes like a lot of no sense at parts. I'm just like, why is he talking like that? Why did this happen? What does the nigga say? The dude was like, you need me to.
Yeah, he said, yeah, man, that's cool. You doing your thing, but if you need me to, that nigga said, what? You trying to threaten me? That nigga said, King Caesar, save one, gotta make it to heaven. Fire my feet, comes all around, call homicide town. Why ain't write the shit down? Damn, I'm fucking hungry. My rap career ended right there. Like,
I did take pennies. Niggas, they got a whole bowl full of pennies.
I took anything if a fiend had it.
Yeah, it was a lot of rushed dialogue. Like, I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. It was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard's character was wild. He was just like, hey, man, why you moving back there? Hey, let me just talk to him.
I could have been wrong, so I'm right. So at the end of the day, I'm still right. Anyways, Insecure, man. Insecure season 5, the finale. I thought Kelly was gonna die when this first happened during the first season. I mean, the first time watching it.
So she was gonna die, Kelly?
I thought Kelly was gonna die by the end of the season.
That would have been dark for this kind of
only because of how it happened. So they go to it starts off with them going to the reunion, the school reunion, and they think Kelly's dead. Then for the rest of the season, all Kelly's doing is talking about death.
So you thought they
were I'm thinking she's gonna end up dead by the end of the season. So yeah, I just it seemed like they were leaning towards that, like Kelly's gonna die. I don't know why, but it seemed like that.
Yeah, I'd have been upset. I was just like, hey, the show didn't need anybody. The parent dying is one thing, but like one of the characters would have been wild.
I appreciated how they did the parent dying though. How they didn't linger on it. They didn't make it all about this episode thing. You know what I mean? It's like we kind of got it. We got the feels of it. Then we kind of moved on. I appreciate them doing that.
Yeah, you kind of knew that something was going to happen to her parent at some point when, you know, she had the first stroke. And, you know, when she got that call, I think they were out of town at the time or doing something. And then Molly starts crying.
Right.
So, yeah.
I was going to say, watching this season, they build up the anticipation for the season. We had to wait like 2 years, I think. Right? Or a year? Or am I tripping? It was a long period of time we had to wait.
I don't think it was a whole year, but I knew they gave it was more time for sure.
Yeah. So when the season dropped, watching it weekly, I did not appreciate the final season. I felt like it was rushed when I watched it live, but watching it in a binge, I appreciated it more.
That makes sense. Because I think I felt the same way because I don't remember much about the season when I saw it. When I saw it the first time, I was just like, okay, this is the season when, you know, they get back together. I forgot about all of the other shit that happened. And it seemed like they tried to, I like the creative take on, just like you said, like binge watching. I like how it was touching on, like it kept on jumping, right? Like first in the beginning, I got kind of confused or whatever. I was like, what's going on? But she kept on daydreaming. Like she was like almost like her life was jumping in and out of these, like she was already successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she made it. She was on first class. She was meeting these people, blah, 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 having these meetings, but she kept on like going backwards. But then they were moving the episodes along by just every birthday. It's Mom's birthday, it's Tiffany's birthday, it's Issa's birthday, it's Lawrence's birthday. And that's how they moved on the years. I actually like that part.
They did that. That's what I'm saying. It's like the first time I watched it, I felt like it was rushed. But watching it this time, I was like, oh, okay, that's dope how they did that. Because they didn't leave you with no questions, really.
Yeah. And it's like that it's almost like an easy way of doing it, just instead of like, oh, you know, a year later, you know, it's just every birthday, you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of getting together, because it's like, as older people, we don't always get to see our friends every day, and they grew up from that, you know what I mean? It's like you seeing your friends every day, y'all kicking it, y'all clubbing, but now, you know, years have passed by, you know, this person got somebody, this person got a baby, now everything is different, so at least we're meeting on our birthdays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like anything regrouping just for those days.
Right. Anything could have happened in that time, and we couldn't question it.
Right.
Yeah.
We couldn't. I don't watching it again, I was still like, I wasn't fucking with
Nathan.
What's his name? Nathan.
Yeah.
Like I said, watching the seasons like the last week, Nathan was like, all right. Like I didn't judge him as hard as I did when I first watched the show. But watching him this season, I was like, oh, he was a sucker. Like I just don't like that dude. You know what I mean? Like he didn't belong there, his character. Minus a part of him being weird.
I think their whole relationship was just off. I don't think it was never really a thing. I think they were, you know, they got too close too fast. You know what I mean? I think they both needed each other at the same time. And it was just like, it was just meant for them to be together for that moment, to kind of get them through this gap of time. You know what I mean? Of, you know, her getting over whatever she had, you know, he's in a new town, you know what I mean? He's getting used to that, and he's going through his episodes of being bipolar. So it's like, I feel like it was just that healing time for them to be together, but they weren't really supposed to be together, like in a romantic relationship that was going to go anywhere, because they were
right. Should have been like partners with benefits for the moment, because you needed each other, but the whole forever thing just wasn't. Because even in her daydreams, it was like that nigga just be at the house waiting for her. You know what I mean? It would be like, he said it seemed like he was still working, but it was more so like hey, look who's home, like you ain't. And she would like asking for the recap, like, why the hell we move here? It's like she's still making the main decisions. It seemed like she was running the relationship instead of it being a partnership.
Yeah, their whole dynamic was weird, especially them moving in with each other. Like why? Like, or thinking about moving in with each other. Just like, y'all, like, how much time went by? Like, y'all like, y'all not nobody. And Issa was just like, I love you at the bus stop one day, and he didn't say it back. And I was just like, okay, well, it's super early. I get why he didn't say it back. And he's already a weirdo. He already kind of showed you who he was. And I don't want to say he's a weirdo because he was bipolar. He's just like a weird nigga. You know what I mean? I don't think he really had it together yet. I think he was just kind of going with the flow. And I know he liked Issa, but I could see that type of dude kind of just being with somebody and not really having any other motives. Like, he was just with her. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't, like, if she would have never said that,
pretty much she was just there.
Yeah, if she would have never said I loved you, or what is this, or what are we doing, he would have never said it either. I think things would have just, you know, he was that type of nigga. He was just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. He was just going with the flow. Like, it seemed like, oh, my shit breakdancing now. You see my shit?
You look cool right now. Say something.
All right, don't ever tell me I look cool, my nigga. I didn't say cute, nigga.
I said cool.
All right.
Oh shit. Deal with your ass.
Is your internet stable, man? My shit.
Everything look cool, man. What you got going on?
My shit tripping.
It's good.
No, because on my side, you was like tripping a little bit, and then mine started tripping.
It's that Raiders hat.
But,
take that shit off. What you saying?
Hey, fuck that. What did you think what did you think about Lawrence's approach to Issa at that party?
There's a time and place for everything, man. I don't think that was the place. I mean, I think that he was just he was in his feelings or whatever at that point in time. He finally figured out that he wanted to be with Issa, then the baby thing came. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, he just because Issa was, you know, kind of iffy when it came to that too or whatever. Like, I feel like once she found out about it, I feel like she thought about it, and then she went on like vacation. The season started, and she was just like, "Nah, this ain't gonna work," right? And then she was calling, like she had called Lawrence just on the fly one day. You know what I mean? Kind of.
Hey, you know, no, hold on. Let me stop you right quick. That drive, I felt all the emotions for Lawrence when he picked her up from the airport.
Yeah.
And it's like when you trying to spark a conversation and it just ain't shit happening, you just like, fuck, like, you know where it's about to go. Right. Like, I know what it's about to end up. And nigga like, yeah, the moon is out right now, man. It's crazy. He like, you want to get something to eat? Oh, they probably closed. Yeah, they probably. I was like, damn. Like, I felt for him bad in that situation. Like, damn, she finna break this nigga's heart.
Yeah, he couldn't do nothing about it, man. You know, old Condola head ass decided had a baby on him or whatever, and he did what any stand up nigga would do at the end of the day. I mean, even though I feel like, damn, it's hard to even say because it's like, you know, if you tell a person it's just like, look, we're not together, I don't want to have this baby, I feel like they should listen to you. You know what I mean? Because it's like this is a life situation for both of us. We were kind of in a relationship. I get that you're older now and you want to have this baby, so that's why you're having it. But the baby should have his father in his life, and since we're not together, I don't feel like we should try to force this, especially if I told you I didn't want to have it. I know it's your body. You can do whatever you want to, right? But I'm just saying, this is probably going to be, you know, I want to be there for my first child. Like, this is not just your first child. This is my first child. I want to be there for him. And we're not together, though.
Yeah. So, like that, the decision is hers straight up.
Yeah.
But what pissed me off was the fact that he wanted to be a father, and she was kind of like giving him the energy, like, not that it was kind of like she would prefer him be like, I don't want nothing to do with my son.
Yeah, she definitely wanted
like
to hit on her own.
You got your sister coming around talking shit. Your mom in the room. It's like my child is being born and you don't even, like, I can't be here for that part. Like, damn. Yeah. Like, I agree with like it was bad timing, but it happened. Like, the child is coming and it's her decision. But everything she did after that, call your sister to come beat her up, nigga. And call my cousin gonna beat up her sister.
I think the world would be a different place if we decided like a little bit differently of how we chose to kind of how we decided to live our life.
Wait. You're on dangerous grounds, man. I don't know what you about to say right now. Hold on, what you about to say?
I ain't about to say nothing crazy. Like, trust me. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy.
All right.
I feel like there should be a different type of decider when you bring another life into this world. I am pro, you know, choice or whatever with women, with anybody pro-choice, right? But I also feel like if there should be some type of conversation, some type of mediator involved on how do we get, if we're going to make this happen, like how should it be? I don't even know if it should be, I think it should be legal. It should be like some type of legal documents involved before bringing a life into the world. And you're not with the person. Not when you're married or, you know, you're going to have the baby with it. Like, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But if one person wants to and the other person doesn't, I feel like there should be some type of legal meeting of how we're going to handle things. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be up to that person. It's just like, I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean?
So I'm thinking, when you're saying, I'm thinking of child custody because they got for that. But you're talking about like, so say if a girl gets pregnant, the dad is kind of like, I don't want nothing to do with this. There should be laws, or not laws. There should be a legal meeting to where it's like, he don't want nothing to do with this. So this is where we draw the line. Like, if you having this baby, it's on you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is more of like some type of legal, like say if the guy doesn't want to, right, and the woman does, right, and it's like we discuss it, like we talk it over of how things will look and how she wants things to look, because at this point he don't know what she's trying to do or what she wants to do, and she don't know, either. So it's just like, all right, what's this going to look like? This baby's going to be here. What type of responsibility do you want me to have? Because it didn't seem like they had no conversation about it at all. It was just like, hey, I'm gonna have this baby. And,
no, that's so what you're describing is child custody. That's what happens. You don't got to be married to deal with child custody.
But child custody looks more like it's on the woman. It's the woman's baby, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's like, you think like the joint custody thing looks more like, all right, we just split half and half. That's what joint custody is, right?
Joint custody means because I've been through all of this shit.
Right.
Joint custody it's not necessarily just half and half. It's percentage based. It's like which person as a child live with more. That determines how much custody they have. It's still joint custody, but it could be like, I got 10%, she got 90%. It's still joint, but like, so it's like it's joint custody and then child support if you want to do that. It's not necessarily the same thing.
So I guess what I'm saying is almost just like before the decision is made to have this baby, like there shouldn't be like, oh, that's just your decision to have it no matter what. I feel like it should be a conversation to make it to where it's just like, all right, this is what it's going to look like. This is what I want. This is what you want. Does it still seem right for us to do this? Like maybe a person should have that conversation with somebody instead of their parents or their girlfriends or something like that. Oh, girl, fuck him. Have that baby. That's yours. Like, let's really have a talk about what this is going to look like and if we should do it or not.
So you're saying legally have a conversation before
with like some type of mediator, right? Like somebody to talk about it to where it makes sense for both of y'all. Like, all right, are you seeing this side? Do you see that this is what it's going to be like for him? Like, because he wants his first child to be his first child. Like, why do I got to look at my first child? Like, all right, well, since I don't want it, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're saying because a lot of these situations, the woman don't even want to hear the man out. You're saying it should be a situation to where he at least gets his opinion out there, like get my side of the story to you without you having that middleman or without you having somebody behind you like, oh girl, shit, he ain't the daddy. Well, he don't got to be here anyway. Right. Like her mind is already made up, and he don't get a choice of what happens after the birth. So you're saying before the birth, you want it on the table, like this is everything. But a mediator will be there to make sure that point is heard. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So I mean,
because he did put it out there, but it was like her mind was already made up. So it's kind of like I don't give a shit what you're saying right now.
You don't have no choice, and it's just like a woman is always going to be just like, well, I didn't make this baby by myself. Well, okay, well then let's talk about it like we both got the baby. Let's talk about like that before this baby is put out there. Don't just say, oh, well, we made this baby together, but it's my decision. And it's just like, and it does get kind of like rough, you know what I mean? It does, you know how you were thinking I was going to say something crazy or whatever. It does, because it's like a woman is going to be just like, well, it's my body. I had his baby.
Right. That's why. But that's why I said I wanted you to fully lay it out there, because I don't want you to be because if you say it and we just move past it, it sounds like you're saying
absolutely. I get.
We're gonna decide, like after this conversation, we're gonna decide what's best, either the abortion or the. So it's like you're not saying that necessarily. It's like we need to discuss what's gonna happen from here on. Instead of you just being like, I make all the decisions. It's my body. You don't have to be here. It's like you don't get to make that choice. You don't know what I'm going through. I want to be ready just like you want to be ready.
It's my first baby too, is what I'm saying. Like, it's like I got to make the decision to be like, oh, well, I guess I'll have my another first baby with somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like, because I don't have the choice because it's your body.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I wanted to say after the baby was born, though, I wanted to punch Condola in her fucking face. No, I hate to see it. You see it all the time. Like a dude is trying. The ain't shit niggas get a pass. The nigga that's trying to be a father is the one that gets dogged. Like she just like, she treating him like a stranger. He like, this is my child. I'm doing this nigga's flying from San Francisco to LA to see his child. And she getting at him like, you get to just leave. It ain't that I get to just leave. Like I took a fucking job out there before I knew you was pregnant. And like I didn't have a choice in this, like because it's like she's saying shit like you get to just leave, you get to. Well, then send me my child then, and you live your life out there, because I'm more than happy to take care of my child.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like when you say that I'm the mother, I should nah, get that shit out of here. You want to live your life, right?
I'm in the hospital, people looking at me like I'm a deadbeat daddy before I even take care of the baby. You know what I mean? If I don't show up to whatever, or if a meeting come up, I'm looked at as bad because I was already going to San Francisco anyway. You knew this. You know what I mean? And we never had a conversation about it. You just said what you said. I didn't have no say so in it, but I do want to be there for my first child. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean?
It's for my child, period. It ain't even first child, for a child, period. Exactly. Like I want to be there. You're taking that decision out of my hands. It's like you treating me like I want to be a deadbeat. When you say shit like, I'm good, I don't need nothing from you, I don't give a fuck what you need. I'm not here for you anyway. I'm here for my child. Like, fuck you and what you good at. Let me have my child. Like, my child can't even spend the night. I can't take my child to see his other grandparents because you already got it made up in your mind that you don't want to be around. Fuck you.
I was happy when that nigga was just like, oh, I'm going to get my son or whatever. I thought he was going to take her ass to court. I was about to say, yes, do that shit, brother. Yeah. Take her ass to court. She was just like, get the fuck out of my house. I'd have been like, bitch, fuck you in this house. I'd have kicked over something walking out.
Yeah, that whole episode where they showed the co-parenting process was very triggering for me.
Yeah,
because I hate when the good fathers have to go through that. It's like you're trying your hardest to make it inconvenient for me, or it feels like that. Like, it feels like you just keep dismissing the fact that I want to be his father. I didn't get to name him. I didn't get to be here when he was born. I didn't get to do shit, and you just keep telling me shit.
Call the nigga Mustafa. I gave him your last name. I was like, well, you should have my last name. Like, what are you talking about? I was just like,
but you just snatched it. You snatched all of my rights away without being even legally documented. You have snatched all my fatherly rights. I can't get him baptized. I can't even spend time with him because you ain't comfortable with it. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me I can't spend time with my child?
Yeah.
I don't use the bitch word often, but you was a bitch in that moment. I don't use it often, but fuck her. I remember being triggered watching these episodes live. Like, man, this nigga is doing everything in his power. He's getting punished for taking a job somewhere and providing for his son that he didn't know he was having. Like, he's getting punished for that. Like, you talking shit to me like I asked for this. I didn't ask for this. And then it's like, you told me in the beginning you didn't need shit from me. Now you getting at me like you ain't ever around. I don't get no breaks and you get to live your life. This is what you was gonna do if I was a deadbeat. You was cool with that until I decided I wanted to be a father. Now you got a problem with it because I ain't doing enough.
He didn't have.
But when I come to enough, you still putting up a fucking gate. Fuck you, Condola. That'd have been me. Fuck you. See you in court. And I got more money than you. I'm gonna win.
Right. I got all my money from Woo Woo.
Woo Woo taking off.
Yeah, man. No, I get it when it comes to that situation because he literally had no choice. For choice to be such a big thing, like most men don't have a lot of choice when it comes to that. It's kind of like, if I want to have it, I'm gonna have it. And now that I have it, I have the option to tell you that, well, I don't really need you for anything. Like, that's a fucked up thing to say to somebody. You know what I mean? It's just like, you can be around as much as you would like. What the fuck you think I am? It's like, no, how about we work this out? That's my choice. We be together.
Yeah, how about we figure some shit out? How about we sit down and figure some shit out like he was trying to do? But you all focused on you want to be a single mom, which is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life. If a nigga trying to be a father, you don't have the right to tell him no. The fuck are you talking about? Your body, your choice. Yeah, your body, your choice to have him, but it's my choice to be his father. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, man, I feel you, brother.
Let's
oh shoot.
let's move fast. But like I was asking, it's fucking ridiculous. Like I was asking Lawrence's approach at that party.
So yeah, Lawrence's approach at that party, right? It was the wrong place, wrong time. I think he could have waited, but at the same time, what do they say in these movies? Like, love don't wait, love ain't got no time. He had to say what he had to say. at that moment, he felt like that was the best moment. And I feel like Issa, she was she's been up and down this whole season. It's like I don't think that I felt like Lawrence was always in the back of her head, but I felt like she was finally moving on from him. You know what I mean? Like really taking a step back, like her career, all of these events that she was putting on. Like she was trying to like that part of her life. She wants to be easy so bad. Like she wants just to have a man. You know what I mean? It don't matter what type, as long as he there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we already know Nathan was messy, and you know he had his own stuff going on. Then the other niggas that she was dating, she didn't seem like she liked them. You know what I mean? They were just there. So I think that part of her life, she wants to be easy. So you know the hard part, you know, her work and getting these events together, that's all she wants to deal with. And finally she got to that point, and then Lawrence popped up. Like now he's not aggressive, but he's just like, hey, I'm putting it out there. You know what I mean? Like what we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like I want to be with you. I'm not myself when I'm not with you.
Right. If I was I read rooms and I read energies. If I was Nathan, I would assume this relationship ain't going nowhere when I seen how she reacted to seeing Lawrence. Because them feelings ain't went nowhere.
Oh yeah.
He knows that too. Like them feelings ain't went no. You know the only reason they broke up is because she was confused about him having another child. That's it. Them feelings ain't changed. It ain't like he did nothing to actually. He didn't do no forever type shit.
Right.
And that's what I'll be saying. Like I feel like women, when women have emotions for somebody, it's hard to let that shit go. It has to be like a point where it's like, man, fuck it. Like fuck that nigga. Where you see him and be like, here come this nigga. It's never that. It's like she tries to play off the fact that she sees him. Cause he like, that's dude, ain't it? She like, But it's like you could tell
her eyes were locked.
Them emotions are still there. They ain't going nowhere. So Lawrence's approach, I feel like I feel like if I was Nathan, I would sit back and watch what Issa does. It's like I feel like if I was Nathan, I would sit back and watch. Like, yeah, he got her cornered in. He's spilling his guts. I'm watching her reaction. Because it's like in this moment, so say in this moment he spilled his guts, you made a scene, you tried to fight this nigga, and she ended up with him anyway. Who looks stupid in that situation?
Yeah.
What did you fighting for? Like, what did you? It's different. It's different when a nigga's trying to holler at your girl and she's trying to get away, and he's like holding her, like, no, I want to talk to you. Then it's like step in.
Yeah.
But if she's listening, it's like if you're entertaining this conversation, that ain't nothing I can do to change how you feel.
That nigga walked over there, was like, what's going on here? Super nonchalant, like how you were talking about his voice is super like it just
no emotion.
It don't fit the moment. What's going on here?
It's never an emotion. It's just so if I was him, that would be my reaction. Like it's nothing I can do about it. But if I was Lawrence, I'm not doing that here.
Yeah,
like you said, I got your phone number. I know where you live. I'm going to talk to you outside of here. I'm not going to wait till we here in front of everybody and then make a scene and try to step on this nigga toes. It's like, why do that? He ain't do shit to deserve that.
That's true. He don't know, bro. And as soon as that nigga start talking barbecue, he start banging on him. And they were just like, yeah, but you know, you don't know that LA barbecue yet. Maybe you just ain't give it a choice. Maybe you should go back home.
The nigga said, I would go back home, but it's clear Houston is better because everybody likes it. LA barbecue ain't good enough to stay either. Like,
nigga barbecue. Yeah. How you barbecue banging?
Hey, cause you gotta bang somehow. You can't come out and say like, nigga, I got your girl.
That nigga said blood souls definitely know how to make some sauce. Remember that shit on ATL? Niggas having conversations about barbecue. Nigga definitely can make some sauce.
So that happens. Thank God she's done with Nathan. She ended up with some creep looking. I don't know if dude was black or what the fuck he was. That nigga looking like Nightcrawler. Man. That nigga was a weird looking nigga with a Jerry curl. That was her dude for a minute. Yeah, that was a weird looking dude. This is where we started getting the jumps, like the birthday jumps, where she goes off the path in the career. They made it seem like Dark Skin Cuz Crenshaw. It made it seem like him and Issa was gonna have something going for a minute. I'm glad they didn't take that angle.
Yeah, I think it was probably written.
You think so?
I think it was written and they probably wrote it out. Just like, nah, we want to move this along. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You see how fast the season, even though I did appreciate the fifth season, I feel like they had to move it along. And if she would have had a relationship with somebody she was working with, it would have made things a little bit difficult. And they would have had to remove Nathan. Nathan would have to be removed for this whole thing.
Yep. And it's like, but I'm glad Nathan was gone. I like the thing I like about this show, even watching it during the time, we always wanted Lawrence and Issa together, which is dope that they end up together.
Yeah.
When they move different ways, they end up with different people, but it's still like, nah, that shit don't work.
So how do you feel about the fact that if Lawrence didn't get his life together, like business-wise, right, Issa wouldn't have gave it two thoughts to be with him again?
You think so?
Absolutely. I think if he would have say if he would have just been working, say if he would have just like, got that job at Best Buy, became the manager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was just like working day to day, not, no big moves. Cause it's like at one point he's just like, I got a job over here, I got an interview over here, I'm about to move to San Francisco. Like he was moving, like his, he was successful at that point. I think if he was just a regular worker, I don't think Issa would have paid him no mind. Because now, anytime Issa saw Lauren, she got like starstruck almost. When she saw him different places, anytime they were together, almost it was like an intimate moment. Like, oh my God, like I missed this, all of that.
I don't think that was based off how successful he was. I think if he was the manager of that Best Buy, she would still see him the same way. Her whole problem was she wanted him to do for himself. And she saw him doing for himself. She saw him not taking on the bullshit he had going, because he was finally in a comfortable place. The insecurities were gone. Like and it's funny because you see that's what she's imagining dealing with Nathan. When she keeps having her flash forwards, her energy is always like I just traveled everywhere. You still kicking it in the house? Like you in there pouring me drinks and shit? Like it seemed like he wasn't trying to do anything. Like Nathan was like, he's dealing with his own bullshit to where Issa's moving on with her life and he's just there kind of like luggage now. That nigga always there to serve her a cocktail when she get home. So I think as long as Lawrence was all right, because her feelings never left for that nigga. She's in love with that nigga. So her feelings would never leave. She just didn't want to love him and have to take care of him. And now he's at a point where he don't have to be taken care of, but Nathan does. She got to take care of that nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just looked at it differently. When it just came, I felt like she started feeling the regret more when she realized that he was doing better for himself. Because in the beginning, I felt like it was almost like fuck Lawrence. You know what I mean?
I don't think it was okay, so yeah, he was doing better for himself, but I don't think it was because financially he was doing better for himself. I think it was more so that he's taking care of himself, and that's all she wanted for him. She loved him to death, but she like, I can't keep taking care of you, nigga. Like you got to do this shit on your own. I mean, now we can come back together because you good.
There comes a, I mean, I guess it has a lot to do with
the mic up, my nigga.
Oh shit!
Pull the mic up.
Pause. I guess. In that relationship, right? It's just a relationship, and people look at relationships a little bit different than I guess marriage or whatever. Because with marriage, it's like, okay, like if a person is down on their luck, you kind of help them through it. You know what I mean? Everybody got those moments, but when you just boyfriend and girlfriend, I guess it does look different. It's just like, well, I ain't about to take care of somebody I'm not even married to, even though he did want to marry her at one point.
No, it's not even that. Boyfriend, girlfriend, my wife, husband, it don't matter. 2 years of somebody not doing shit to advance themselves in life is a lot to deal with. I don't give a fuck what the relationship is. It's like 2 years of having to take care of you, because not that you can't take care of yourself, it's that you won't take care of yourself. It's that you'd rather sit around and do nothing than try to do something. Like at least you could do nothing as long as you taking care of your half of everything, we straight. But it's like if you just kicking it, I don't give a fuck if we married or not, it's gonna be a problem. Something gonna be said.
I wish I would have gotten more backstory, because I'm looking at this like we got a lot of backstory about what happened. You know what I mean? Beforehand, all we got was a few days of him chilling on the couch and kind of not doing nothing for her birthday. So like,
I'll tell you this:
it was no real.
I'll tell you this: I don't give a shit what the background was. I don't give a fuck if this nigga started Google. If you doing that and then for 2 years you're doing nothing,
we don't know that.
I don't give a fuck what the background was. I don't give a fuck what deal we made. 2 years, you ain't doing shit. We do know that because that's what they said. 2 years. She literally told you for 2 years I dealt with your depressed ass.
Hey,
for 2 years he's doing nothing. For 2 years he's collecting unemployment.
You can't get people can't get depressed. People get depressed every day.
For 2 years, when she says depressed, she ain't talking about like, I don't think she's talking about a clinically diagnosed depression. She means for 2 years, you've been talking about working on this fucking app, but all I do is come home and see you chilling.
That's what happened with the girl.
That's for dealing with that for 2 years. If you're dealing with that for 2 years, the background don't mean a goddamn thing. The background means nothing. I don't give a fuck if they wrote a prequel to this and it's like for 3 years, Lawrence and Issa were great together. That don't mean shit. For these 2 years that you was doing nothing and sitting around kicking it, not taking care of shit or building shit, that's 2 years too much.
Lamar, you're heartless.
No, fuck that. That's true. Because I mean, it's the same thing. I don't give a fuck if it's if it's me. If I'm barely struggling to take care of us, and you're fully able to do more than what you're doing, after 2 years, I'm done or I'm fed up in my mind. Maybe we could build it back up, but for after that 2 years, what the fuck are you doing? That's where my mind is going. Like, what the fuck's going on? I don't give a fuck how happy we was before that. For 2 years, you ain't been doing shit. For 2 years, I come home, you sitting down watching fucking BET Tyler Perry movies on the couch while I'm out here struggling to fucking pay bills.
Hey, man.
You crazy?
I'm working on my dream.
Fuck that dream. Wake up.
That's what happened to Taraji and Acrimony.
Hey, that shit was triggering.
She didn't believe in bro's dreams, and bro finally got it popping, and now she want to be back with him. No, I got a boat now.
Yeah, I argue with my mama over that movie. That shit got real. That's a whole nother conversation.
Man.
I argue with my mama over that one.
I get both sides, right? I am playing like the devil's advocate a little bit when it comes to Lawrence. I know that people go through stuff, women and men, to where they become comfortable and they get into a slump. You know what I mean? Not necessarily trying to take advantage or need somebody to take care of them. They're just in a slump and they're not even thinking about the fact that this other person that they're with is carrying more weight. You know what I mean? Because they're looking at them like, I mean, this is like my family. You know what I mean? This is somebody that I'm with. I don't think they're looking at me like a bum or looking at me like I need to do more because nothing's being said. You know what I mean? So I get how things can happen like that. That probably would never happen to me because I'm always thinking about, you know, getting something or doing something else. Like, if I ain't got it, I'm about to go get it. But then some people, like, you know, I can see it. I see it happen all the time, how niggas get in these slumps. And I felt like all it took was for her to probably not cheat on him, but probably have a conversation like, look, this is how I feel. This is how I feel that things have been going. I feel like I've been carrying most of the weight. Now I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Something needs to happen now. And maybe that would have moved him forward versus I'm tired of this nigga. I'm gonna go fuck a producer.
No, I agree completely with the way she reacted to it. No, I completely agree with that. And I completely agree with you when niggas get in slumps. But I don't give a fuck what you talking about. 2 years?
No, I get it.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it, man. No, you don't. You keep giving this nigga Lawrence excuses.
It's not an excuse. I'm just trying to think of somebody. You let me finish my. You let me.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Knowing their background, it literally doesn't mean anything. Knowing niggas that go through slumps literally doesn't mean anything. Knowing when you say shit like he might have got comfortable, that's where the problem starts. Once you get comfortable, that's where the issue is. You're comfortable being taken care of for 2 fucking years. I understand she needs to voice that. I completely agree with that. Because even when I said after 2 years, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to go out there and find somebody else. No. After 2 years, I'm going to say something. Now we got to have a conversation because I'm getting sick of this shit. Not go cheat on you. I'm going to have a conversation, but that does not, I don't give a fuck what the background story was. 2 years, this nigga was doing nothing. But then after they break up, now he like, I'm ambitious. I'm out here. And now I'm getting it. Now I don't mind putting woo-woo in the fucking closet and going out here and get a regular job and moving up.
Sometimes that's what it takes, man. It takes a little motivation. That's all.
No.
A lot of people in relationships a lot of people aren't motivating. I don't think Issa was a motivating person. I think what she did, because like, what was her motivation? Like, she let him do whatever up until a point to where she said, you know what? Daniel's back in my life. I'm about to fuck this new nigga. I'm talking about like real motivation. We're talking about real motivation. Like
I'm about to tell you. Okay. I'm about to tell you. What nigga did Issa in the show? What nigga did Issa get in a relationship that didn't advance career wise? Besides Lawrence.
All of them.
Who?
Nathan
advanced career wise because she motivated that nigga to go start that barbershop shit.
That nigga wasn't motivated to do nothing.
She motivated that nigga. That nigga was ready to run from the world. She like, nah, you just stay. She's motivating this nigga to better his life.
She didn't motivate Lawrence.
I said besides Lawrence, because Lawrence took advantage of it. Lawrence is like, what did she? That nigga said he got that job offer. She like, that's good. That's what's up. She's cheering him on. Then that nigga said, yeah, but thinking about it though, I'm like, maybe I should just give woo woo some more attention. And she just like, God damn, nigga.
She motivated Daniel because she needed a place to stay.
She motivated Daniel because she was a friend.
That's funny how a person could dog somebody about, man, I've dealt with your depressed ass. You needed me. Then you go on to need another person and sleep.
That's ironic.
And couch surf.
That's definitely ironic. But
she was
going through her own problems.
With a 311 credit score. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. You can't talk about me. We got y'all. You don't even like that job. You know what I mean? You just there. I guarantee you're not making more than 15 an hour, and you coming at me about my life and goals. Like, what's your goal? We didn't know Issa's goals really until like season 4.
Okay, so it's nah. So yeah, we got y'all, and I hate my job, but I'm working.
I got unemployment coming in. I got unemployment coming in. We good. You know what I mean? You ain't motivating me to do nothing.
He's literally in the industry. He's literally in an industry to where he could get paid. Unemployment only goes to a certain amount. He can get paid. Even if you don't like it for the moment, you still gotta live. You still gotta pay your. Let me do this. You find out Lil Brian
don't
living off unemployment
because he's trying to get a situation. I'm
going to because we talk about motivation and shit. Because I want to see how you pull up on Lil Brian. You like, nah, Pops, I'm just, I'm working on this app, man. And you be like, but Lil Brian, it's been 2 years though. But Dad, I'm getting unemployment.
So I told my kids,
what you gonna say? You tell me how you gonna react.
So depending on how old Brian is, right? I'm always gonna take care of my children. But if Brian is, I told my daughter this recently. I don't mind you coming to stay with me, but you're gonna work. And it's different with a kid because I'm going to put you in this position. If you can't put yourself into it, if you're in a slump, if you feel a certain type of way, I'm going to get you opportunities, and you're gonna do them. You can't do that with another part, like another grown up. You can't do that with your spouse. I was saying, put you in this job. You gonna work?
No, I was saying, I wasn't saying, I'm not talking about Lil Brian living with you. No, I ain't saying he living with you. I said you go to visit him at his girl house.
Okay.
And that nigga in his jaw, what up, Pops? Yeah, was watching the game. And you like, so you still ain't working, huh? Nah, yeah, I'm working on this music. What's your reaction to him? After 2 years, she taking care of everything.
Yeah, that's gonna look different for me. I'm gonna be just like, dude, I'm just letting you know something. Just to, just put this in your ear. Depending on what type of girl this woman is, you might end up on the street, bro. Because there are some women that take care of men. I've seen it happen in my face.
So I'm saying
you don't got nothing. But I wouldn't want my son to be that. So I would try to, help him get better opportunities. I would try to motivate him if she wasn't.
But no, what I'm saying is you wouldn't see him as, oh, he just got comfortable. Like, how's she gonna judge him?
No, I would. I would just be like, I know sometimes dudes get in the slumps, but that doesn't mean that people don't need motivation. I would try to give him motivation because it didn't seem like he had any. So whatever girl he with, apparently she not pushing him to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to give him some motivation. Now, what happens after that? You can't force no grown man to do nothing. It's just like, hey, dude, you want to live on the street? You ain't gonna come and live with me if you getting pushed out. You gonna have to work with me. You come stay with me. I'm putting you at McDonald's.
Oh, what I'm saying is, no adult want to take care of no adult that's able to take care of themselves.
I mean, sure, we also know reality, right? Like people get into these slumps. You know what I mean? They work it out depending on who it is, and it's all case by case because there could be one woman that look at that and be just like, oh yeah, you know, he's and it has a lot to do with him being a man too. Like men can't sit on the couch, men can't chill, men can't have slumps. You know what I mean? It looks different.
No, men can't do all of that, but there has to be a certain point to where you get yourself up. It can't even be like a couple months is a long time. 2 years is for
not anymore. 2 years just seem like boom now. It seems like it's nothing. You know what I mean? I don't think for 2 years he went without doing anything. I think she exaggerated, but that's just my opinion.
But he said it.
What? She's the one who said 2 years.
She said it and he said it.
What? That he been sitting up for 2 years?
When he's talking to his partner.
No. Well, no, that's what they said. She was just like, she was taking care of your ass for 2 years. I remember them saying that. But it's like, I feel like it's hard to say. We're talking about fiction, right? And I'm trying to make a case for the situation because I understand that people go through these situations, and I feel like without motivation, sometimes people fall off. That's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like it's hard sometimes. And it's hard sometimes when you get comfortable, and it's not a thing that is rare. That where people are just like, man, you know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm stressed out. You know what I mean? Like it seems like I'm working on this project and it's not going somewhere. And it seemed like he was smart. It seemed like he was stuck on this dream, and it just wasn't moving the way he wanted it to. And then those between days, you know how motherfuckers be just like, I'm grinding. They don't talk about the in between days of not doing anything. Yeah. Grinding really ain't nothing but grinding could look like shit, nigga. I did 2 things in 1 year, and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And you could tell niggas I grinded. Like really, you just were in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, right, most definitely. Right. I'm just saying. You know, I want to be a writer. I want to be in the writing industry. I live in an area where that's not those type of jobs just ain't around here. It's like you damn near got to be an entrepreneur to do shit like that. Therefore, I have to work a job that I don't necessarily want to work, but I'm going to do that because I need to take care of myself and take care of my family. What I'm saying is, if I was just like, nah, fuck that, I'm going to be a writer, and I just take 2 years of my life off to be a writer, and all I'm collecting is unemployment where I could be working some kind of job to make sure I'm good for those 2 years at least, that's a problem. That means I'm slacking. That means I'm far too comfortable. That means I'm fucking up.
And that's the issue.
So there is no slump to where it's like 2 years of fucking up. That's not a slump. That's comfortable and that's irresponsible. That's
the issue of being a man, right? Like you can't take these breaks. You can't have a passion project.
Being a human being.
No, being a man. You cannot have a passion project and be in a relationship, working and having some woman take care of you, quote unquote, right? Because that actually sounds like a good thing that you would do. You were like, yo, I'm gonna take 2 years off of work. But the thing about it, you being a man, you're going to always have to work on that damn book. You can't have a day off. You can't have a week off. You can't have, you're going to always have to be pen to paper, typewriter to keyboard to computer, whatever you want to say. Like you're always going to have to be working on that. And that's how a lot of success stories happen. I'm telling you, a lot of success stories are when a person's just like, you know what? I need to focus on what I want to do 100% in order to make it happen. Because half-assing a passion project is probably going to end up not happening or happen so far late into your career to where you don't even want to do it no more. You know what I mean? That's the messed up part about it. It's hard to do anything while you're working. It's hard. It's difficult. You know what I mean? It's damn near impossible.
And so So when those like what you're saying with when those dreams come true, the situation is different. So it's like it'll be like if I still live with my mom, the niggas that be like they grinding, they still live with their mama when they take that 2 years off and grind and make it. So it's like the bills thing ain't really on you.
Right.
The nigga that's married, there's not a famous married nigga that was broke for 2 years, not take care of responsibility, that's still with that woman after he made it.
That's the issue.
Not one.
That's the issue, though.
No, it's the issue because while you're grinding for your dream, we still got to take care of real life. My kids can't struggle because I want to go for my dream. I understand that the end goal is everybody's good, but they still got to be taken care of before I get there, until I get there. So that's the part. So Lawrence kicking it on the couch, like I said, he could have worked a job getting more than unemployment. It didn't even have to be full time, but I guarantee in the industry he's in, he could have worked any job to get more than what he was getting and working on his project. The problem wouldn't be as big. But it's like if you barely bring anything, and I'm saying for human, because this ain't just a man thing. Unless I'm rich, then it wouldn't matter. If Issa was rich, it wouldn't matter. But for the fact that Issa is the one struggling every day and he's kicking it has nothing to do with him being a man. Situationally, we in this together. We're two adults. We have to make it. We can't be. I can't be the only one out here fighting and struggling for something. I don't give a fuck if it's my dream or not. I'm out here doing something to make sure we are all right. You can't be like, I'm working on my passion project in your drawers, watching TV. I get that. It's for men, yes, but for women too. If I'm struggling to take care of all of my kids, you can get a job and help us take care of these kids. You need to get a job too. You can't be kicking it all day. It's just not possible. That's human beings in general.
Now, when kids are involved,
human beings in general.
Kids are involved looks different because now you have real responsibilities because a person really shouldn't be a responsibility ever, right? But when you have kids, that is your responsibility, and now you do have to work. But they were single people. You know what I mean? Like
they're single people, but we live together.
Issa also paid that rent by herself when he moved out. You know what I mean? So she had it. You know what I mean? It was just a one.
She
bill.
did. Remember, she had to leave.
She had to do. She
didn't have
it. She did, but she had to pay that rent full, and then she had another place. Yeah, you're right, but she couldn't. She didn't have it, but she had it when he was there because he was giving her a little bit of that money. He was giving.
This is what I'm saying.
He had something.
No, this is what
a little something.
This is
not enough.
This is what I'm. No. This is what I'm saying. So his unemployment helped him make ends meet, which is barely anything. So we're making ends meet, but you can go out and get a job to where we're comfortable at least. You could do that. But for 2 years, you haven't been doing that. You just been every day, every time I ask you for an update, it's coming along. For 2 years?
It be like that.
No, fuck that.
Sometimes you got to work on woo-woo, brother. You know what I mean?
No, fuck woo-woo. Woo-woo is second to our survival. No, we don't have kids, but if we living here together, it would have been a different situation if Lawrence was living in his own apartment or living with his parents and Issa was taking care of herself. But we're in this together. We live together.
That's why, my brother, we cannot get ahead as a people because we can't hold each other down for the moment while one person is trying to get their life together. We could be rich, but we looking at the wrong thing. You got to pay these bills. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to be here for me. He working on an empire. You know what I mean? And that empire could get us both out of the ghetto. But instead, you want to be on producers' couches.
Hey.
That makes a lot of sense.
No.
Now we both ain't got nothing.
Not at all. Because you keep minimizing this moment.
Lawrence
you keep
made
minimizing it.
Lawrence made
if she was just like, if she was like, for 3 months I've been taking care of your ass, then I'd be like, oh, come on now.
And you see how easy it was for Tasha, the girl at the bank, to be just like, oh, that's what's up. You doing your thing. Da 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 da. Like she was like giving that man kind of the lift that he needed at the time. Like just the motivation pushed him to do what he wanted to do. Easy was just like,
he don't live with Tasha.
Man, please.
Tasha don't need him to pay her bills.
Natasha would have been fine. She saw he was working. She was trying. He went to school. He did all the things
he don't live with her.
Don't matter. She saw
something
matter. She saw something in him. She also
man.
she got played, but that's fine too.
She don't live with him, so it don't matter. What you do when you go home ain't my business. When I come home and see your black ass on the couch, if that nigga would have moved in with Tasha and did the same shit, she'd have gave that nigga 3 months. Like, I don't even know you like that. Get the fuck out. Fuck that woo-woo shit you talking. I don't even know what the fuck a woo-woo is. Get the fuck out. She don't love that nigga like that. It's different when you live with a nigga. I'm telling you, if Lawrence was like, I'm moving with my parents, they would have still been good because now she ain't taking care of him.
It's all good, man.
It's different when we moved in here. We signed this lease together. We responsible for this rent.
That's cool, bro. Everybody gonna take your thing anyway and agree with you anyway in the comments, so it's fine.
That's not.
Lamar was right.
Why you bring it back to that?
I don't know what Brian was talking about. I ain't taking care of no nigga. No, that's why we can't get past. You know,
straight up, though.
We can't get nowhere as a people. Now we going off into full tangents now. As far as the season goes with Lauren, like everybody wanted Lawrence and Issa to be together. That was definitely how I felt that it was going. I wish it would have been their wedding and not Molly's wedding, but I get what they did. Molly finally.
No, I appreciate it. Wasn't.
Yeah, Molly finally got with somebody. You know what I mean? I never thought it would be the Taurine guy. But
somebody on her level.
It makes sense. Somebody on her level. Somebody that works as hard as she does and whatnot. What else happened in this season with the other characters? Tiffany and
Kelly had a baby.
Kelly had a baby. Tiffany and Derek moved to Denver. She didn't like it out there, but was what it was. I think that was pretty much the wrap up. Issa is successful now with her business, The Block. Lawrence, he's successful. Him and Condola have a good co-parenting situation going on. Because Lawrence had to say he was sorry at all times because he couldn't have a choice, but that's cool too. And
they are gonna flame your ass.
Cool. Did he have a choice? I'm just telling the truth. Did he have a choice or no? I don't think he had a choice. Kind of just had to run with whatever was going on.
He's not. So for y'all, he's not saying a choice in the not having the baby part. That's not what he's talking about. He's saying a choice in being a father or not. As far as his levels of being a father, he didn't have a choice. And he's definitely not saying like
people gonna half-ass listen anyway, bro.
People I'm just saying it because I don't want people to do that. I don't want people to be like.
They're gonna do it anyway. People gonna half-ass listen, and they're just like, I heard him when he said this, but. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I can't do nothing about that. I have my own opinion. I'm gonna be upset regardless. Fuck these niggas. For real. It was a good season, man. I like how they closed it out. They kind of went full circle with the broken pussy thing. They're not taking care of, but him and Condola's son was over there celebrating Issa's birthday. I thought that was dope.
Issa not talking to herself in the mirror no more because she's no longer insecure.
That was dope. I like some of these shows. I'll be just like, man, like you see them and they're like, they become a part of like our lives or whatever, and you're just like, man, I wish it's like you wish you would have had something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, especially me being in LA, I'm just like, man, like if I know, like it was a few people in here that I know, right? You know what I mean? Like people in here that I've seen before or I've done work with, and it's just like, oh man, like that's dope. You know what I mean? That they got that, you know what I mean, situation. Just like, damn, it would have been nice to be a part of that situation when it was shooting. But it was a really dope show. It was well put together. It didn't even really need to go on any longer. I felt like it closed right on time. I feel like another season would have just.
They closed out supposed to.
Yeah.
Like I said, but it would have been too much. The way I felt, like I said, watching it live, I never hated the ending, but I felt like it was rushed. It was rushed. It was because I had to wait a week to watch every episode. But watching it in a binge, it was just like, oh, that was cool.
I just be mad when the episodes was like you knew they was about to end. You were just like, damn, like that time went fast. It was like 30 minutes an episode. Some episodes were like 23 minutes because it was like, but it was a great show, well put together, and I wish they would do a dude version.
I could. If y'all show me that love, I could write the dude version of this shit.
Yeah.
If Brian would be the main character, he'll come on first thing he says, yeah, I feel sorry for women. Wait, let me explain. Let me take you to the beginning.
Let me take you back on why I feel like that. It'd be like, that horn. Oh man, people probably like these.
It'll be like, I started off with, you can't have that baby unless I agree. And then freeze right there, like, you know what? Let me take you back to the beginning.
Now that I'm in court, I shouldn't have said this.
I know you wonder why I just told her that.
Yeah, I don't think people are going to get what I was trying to say. Because
I helped you do it. I helped you clean it up because I get what you were saying. I get what you were saying.
But yeah, man, that was Insecure, man. Yeah, let's make that male version.
We could do it, man. If y'all I could write it right quick. If they just let me.
Let's call it In a Slump, but it don't matter because we dudes.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Oh snap! Well, yeah.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe, talk us. We talk back. If you there, we are looking for new shows. Somebody did suggest some shows. I don't like what. Okay, so Cuz said, is that dude from Africa?
I don't know.
I can't tell if he was getting smart or not because he was like, it fits in your whatever for black TV shows.
Yeah,
I can't tell if you was getting smart or not. When they get like, let me know if you was getting smart before I respond to what you said, because I can't tell if you was really giving a suggestion or if you were trying to get smart. You know what I mean? It might have been lost in translation, so I don't want to react the wrong way.
Yeah,
but he said something called 16 Blocks. You ever heard of that?
I've not. I heard about the one. Did he see? He was another one. He said, was he talking about the Tommy one, Force?
Yeah, he said Tommy Force.
I can't do that one.
I don't want to do that one because I don't like Tommy Force.
Yeah, the only 16
I'm
blocks
not going to be forced to watch that shit.
Yeah, the only 16 blocks I see is the one with Bruce Willis and Mos Def.
The movie.
Yeah, I know that movie.
But he said 16 blocks. He said the season 1 just ended, 16 blocks. I think he said 16 blocks. Am I tripping?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
But I just, for sure, I don't know if you was getting smart or not with the with that whole black whatever comment, man. So I don't want to react the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't see it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we out. We out.
Damn, I don't see that comment, man. I want to say something.
Also, merchandise in our store, blackonblackprime.bigcartel.com. Check us out. Check out the new merch. And, you know.
Hey, it's called 61st Street.
On down 110th Street. Oh, I see this one. This is the one with what's his name? Angela Bassett's husband. I saw the first episode, but it's not free. It's like on Amazon Prime.
It's not free on Prime?
Nah, I saw the first episode and I was like, okay, this is a cool little show, whatever. But the second episode didn't come on. It was like pay for it. I'm like, I'm good.
Wait, do you have to have Prime? Or you got to have one of those other apps. It's like the Black Network or some shit.
No, it was on Amazon Prime when I saw it.
Because I got Amazon Prime.
I think it's something else. Check it out, but check out the first episode and see if it let you watch the second. Because the first episode was kind of interesting.
Okay. Oh, he said, will you please consider reviewing episodes of 61st Street Season 2 just ended? And what about Power Book 4? I think they fall within your definition of black shows. Thank you. So was he getting smart? Because he put the quotes on the black shows part.
It's possible.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, it's possible. But I don't know.
Like, you know how somebody talk to you like your little definition of black shows.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if you're trying to get at me or not. Just like, I don't want to react. I don't want to react the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it's hard to tell nowadays. I mean, it's through text, so usually through text, I always take things the wrong way through text.
Yeah. I don't think it was. Hey, shout out to you though. How you said that? Langat Quebec.
I think he changed his name on the thing because I feel like his name was something else at one point. But
okay, sure. Well, shout out to you though, man. I don't know. I just didn't know if he was getting smart or not. And I like reacting to people getting smart. But respectfully, I'm gonna look at 61st Street. See.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. It's the first episode was good. I just haven't seen the rest. So.
Yeah, he said season 2 just ended.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe, talk to us, talk back. We ever if you there. We looking for something else to watch. We'll let y'all know what it is. We might do another old school. We might have to do The Wire or something, man. Like,
Man,
well, Brian ain't gonna do that. Never mind. We ain't Brian is not gonna do that.
A lot of episodes, brother.
Yeah.
I know when stuff start taking off though, like when people just watch our shit just because and not for what we watch, I wouldn't mind doing anything.
Yeah, when we could do this for more time, we would be like Lawrence on the couch, like, yeah, baby, I got another episode to feel tonight. Like,
Get out.
Nice. No.
Get out. You're not making enough. We're going to be on the street. We're going to be roommates one day. 2 grown-ass men in our 40s, nigga, roommates. They're like, y'all niggas ain't shit. But, anyway, like you said, like, share, subscribe, all that.
And check out the merch, man. It's streaming at the bottom.
Europe. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.